How we doing, traders out there? I know you guys are like tick, tick, tick. It's 3:32. We need to get going at the close. Welcome to it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead, get it started, you guys. You guys hit that like button.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
What's going on, traders? Let me go ahead and bring on my man, Joel Elconin. What's going on?
Not much, Mitch. I'm glad we decided to do the show today, because what would all these traders, investors do without our non. Wait, hold on. Let me turn my.
We don't look at the spy. We don't look at the spy. You got to take that off.
That is. Oh no, let's look at the IWM. Nah, down 20 cents. Who cares about the breath? The only breath I care about is my wife telling me I have bad breath, and I just go scrub my teeth. But this is what's going on in this spoos. They tried to bust it again. And folks, if there's anything you learn from me in this simple technical analysis, I don't know if you're day trading or you're swing trading or whatever you're doing, you got to pay attention to double tops and double bottoms. It doesn't always work, but it just gives you a reference point, right, of what the stock did the previous day. The reason I mentioned that in spoos, yesterday's low, 47.70.50. Right? Today's low, 47.70. You got to bounce off there. I was able to buy that 70. I made the journal, and it wasn't on a sell stop. I bought it to cover a short. I wish I would have reversed there. Mitch, can you teach me how to do that? Like reverse. That's why Triple D's so good, man.
Yeah,
that's hard.
That's the main thing I would say between what separates. I would say if you look at your personality between if you should look at day trading or swing trading, if you can flip on a dime, maybe day trading could be for you. But if you're the type of person that it's hard to flip like that, then I mean that's where day trading gets hard. It's the flexibility, right? That's where Dennis, you see him one day he's up, one day he's going down.
No, but I'm talking. I'm not. I mean, you're talking about day to day. I'm talking about, he's long a stock, and he puts orders out there to exit it and to short it. Yeah. And he doesn't have the regret if he keeps, which is, I wish I could say I taught him that. I taught him everything else he knows, but no, man. If I'm either like buying or selling, it's hard. If day trading, you got to be able to do it. This market is conditioned people that the market all it does is go up, and that's fine and dandy. And as far as I'm concerned, for my long-term portfolio, that's what I want to see. Anyways, I mentioned the low. We just hit 93 1/4. We're just inching our way up through that high print yesterday at 47.98. I can't give you any other number because there are no other numbers. Crude, that's in the green by 50 cents. A nice bounce off the low. I talk about double bottoms. Well, 75.53, that was your low in crude. If you were keen on that, you took 17 cents worth of heat when it went to 75.36, and now you're up a stick. Gold's tricky. I have a hard time shorting it because I have a long-term position, but that 1820 was sticking out yesterday. We backed off. Nice rebound, still close over 1800. So it happens in the gold market. Silver, that's down 26 cents, 22.86, kind of no man's land. Bitcoin, that battle's back off. Oh, didn't quite get down to 45.4, but it's off the low. Ethereum, that's still in the red by 62.50 at 37.60.50. So I guess if you want to get these stocks cheap for the year-end run, or for the January effect, boy, oh boy, I think you could still get them, man. Let's talk about some of those pigs out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot out there today. I think the at least the most newsworthy one. Let's get into what happened in Astria space after getting hit hard there by a short report. Other stocks in space definitely took a hit also, but Astria got hit with Carisdale short report. And I mean, there's a lot in here. They pretty much are talking about poorly positioned within an overcrowded market of small launch vehicles. And Astria's investor pitch boils down to selling the pipe dream of unprecedented number of cheap rocket launches.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
They
These
hit
guys
them.
are good. These guys are good. Look at that thing. Just teetering there at $8. Oh, eight's gonna hold. You know, it's gonna hold, Mitch. Look at eight. Eight's a great number.
Ugh.
Breaks eight yesterday. Completely. They hit it. I don't know. This looks like a new all-time low. I will say that what time did that come out? Obviously, did that come out? What time did that come out today? Do you know?
Yeah,
Was
let me
that
try to
right
see
off
the
the
exact
I bet
timing
you that
here.
was pretty near the open. Because look at that. Look at that chart.
Oh, it's a tough one, definitely, to have gone through.
I'm just curious what time that hit because I did talk to Triple D at lunchtime, and he said he tried the space. He said he was down so quickly in it that he had to get out, and because he was looking to make a buck or buck on it or buck and a half. He said he was down a buck already. So I don't know, man. 13, this thing's in trouble. 8, I don't know. I don't know what levels to give you in this one. Though with these kind of reports, they get the initial reaction. I think it's the day after, what happens tomorrow and then the end of the year. But way to capitalize on year-end tax selling, knocking the stock when it's down. Man, oh man, oh man. I've never had any interest in these stocks, and I even have less interest now.
I'll tell you what, the block trade on Wednesday, the 22nd from last week. I feel bad for that guy. 1.5 million at $8. I hope he was short.
Yeah.
But I can see here on the Pro, it looks like at 12 o'clock. So it doesn't show the
Okay.
open, but it looks
Okay,
like
I'd like to just see when. So 12 o'clock when Pro got it. Yeah, it was already.
it was already leaking. It was
They were
definitely
tagging
leaking.
it today. Yeah, it took out. Well, it took out 8 yesterday. I mean, if you were leaning on 8, you had to get out yesterday, and you see what happens. It just sets all those lows up and then crushes people. This was a SPAC too, wasn't it?
Yep, it was. You know it. All right, let's maybe transition to something positive. How about we
Yeah.
go to something positive? Let's go to Victoria's Secret today. The intimate apparel retailer announced a 250 million accelerated share repurchase program, up 13.77% today. Not a bad day there for Victoria's Secret today. VSCO.
I've had this one since it was what was it used to be? LB Limited Brands, was that it?
Yep, LB. That's what it used to be.
I should and now I got this one and another one, right?
Yep, you got it split. And the split for a little while wasn't looking good there for Victoria's Secret, but I think that chart is interesting now to me, at least, especially more on like that weekly and monthly look.
Yeah, I know we're kind of on opposite ends on this one, maybe a little bit. What's the other stock? I just want to see how the other one's doing. VSCO, and then what's the other one?
It's what is it? No, not Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh,
It's,
no, it's Bath Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. BBWI.
I should pay more attention to what I own.
This one's a little harder. I forgot the ticker because it's not as easy with the W in there.
Yeah. This VSCO, prove to me you can go through 56. That's what I'm looking at. The reason I say 56 is because what did you hit today? Today you hit 55.97. Boom. What did you hit on this day? 56.22. Boom. What you hit on this day? 56.28. Probably big seller at 56 in this. Look at your book and maybe see some huge size in there, but above 56 and things open up. But that's a 4-star level for tomorrow.
All right, we can we'll keep an eye on Victoria's Secret. I'll see if that Bed Bath and Body Works kind of turns around or continues making its move on up. But let's go ahead. Let's get into taking a look at Tesla today. Tesla, as we mentioned in the morning, that Elon Musk had completed exercising all the stock options for next year, but it definitely is a little tired at these levels. It doesn't look like it has much drive here. What are you
Yeah,
thinking here?
I agree. I kind of called this one out yesterday a little bit. I said focus on that, that 10-17 level. You went to 19 yesterday, and then sometimes when I look at a stock, I look at relative to the S&P. I'm not making a call so much on the levels. It's just what I feel. And for this one, I just felt tired. It had a big run up, 4-day run, little breather yesterday. Now, I talked about yesterday's. I didn't talk about the 78.42. I thought that was kind of a soft level. I was more focused on the low from Monday, 70.72. Now, it did pierce that. So I didn't give you guys a great level. Went to 64.14, but back up at 91.32. So it's green on the day. Let's see if sellers come down to 1,100 on this one. I'm not bearish, but if I was long this thing and after it traded down to 1064, back up at 1091 and a half, I'm going to be ringing the register in that one. I'm not. I have a long-term position in it, and I would sell it, but someone else in my family doesn't want to sell anything. Let's look at Peloton. What's Peloton?
Let's take a look at some of the growth. Let's take a look at some of the growth, and we could look at ARKK. It did have a struggling day, so we don't stay on your Peloton. ARKK will tell us the story.
Do you think it's possible if I call TradeStation that I can
could
have
just black
that
it out.
stock removed? like you pull it up and they won't show me the chart.
They should have the buy button removed. You could call them and be like, "Can you remove the buy button from this stock? You can leave the sell button, but just take off the buy button for me."
In my plan, I don't know where we bought this. The Peloton 2025. Probably said this 100 times. She wanted to buy more, way up top. I can't remember, and I'm like, "What is the level that you'll sell everything?" That level was 130. And then that level moved down to 100. And now now it's moved down, I don't even know. Probably never get. But Dana and Emily are going to have to decide what to do with this one because we're not doing anything. ARK, another bad day here. If you wanna be optimistic, for good old cat, I can't even be optimistic. I don't even know what to say. You have to lean on just under $90. If you think this is the play, I'm not even going to do a retracement because there was a move here and a counter move, 3 down days in a row. Maybe go back, look, 3 down days, 4 down days. I don't know. Hard to pick a spot. Here you got to lean under $90 if you want to take a poke at this one.
All right. Well, we're going to take a look here at some that are doing well. Pharmaceutical retailers.
Yeah.
You could do CVS or you could look at Walgreens, whichever one we could take a look at, but also Rad having a decent day. I'm kind of interested. Because to me, I thought these were going to move, with more testing, Omicron testing. I thought that's what's probably was going to give it a little bit of a lift. But then, of course, there's been talks that it's not as not looking as bad. And then so I'm a little confused here on the story, but it looks like this Wall Street has it going up right now.
Inside day, Rad. So wait for those parameters from today. Play it that way. No, don't follow this one. Took my eye off CVS. CVS, $100 stock now once again. So here's your best in breed. So if you want to go, boy, big old move since under. We just don't talk. We go so long without talking about a stock, and then you look, and what do you know? CVS, is this a new all-time high? Is this right?
Let me look back here.
No. Double top back in 15. There's your level, folks. 113.65, 113.58. A little closer to the belt. I do see another. Next monthly high to contend with is 106. If you're looking for another target, CVS. I think I saw something in Barron's over the weekend over Rite Aid. Reverse split stock. I mentioned the inside day. Walgreens, Boots Alliance. Anybody that gives up the ticker symbol WAG buys Boots Alliance, and then they sold it. Can they get WAG back? Let me see here. No, maybe they could get WAG back. This is setting up here, folks. This is a setup for you, and I'm not going to be shy about this. I'm not going on the dailies. I'm not going on the weeklies, but I'm going on the monthlies here. And those are your
Exactly.
most
Love it.
reliable charts. Look at this, 52.24, 52 you peaked in September, 52 you peaked in July. I don't know. Closing over 52. I don't know. It's the laggard, but boy, oh boy, this one could have some hops in it. WBA. Keep an eye on it. I wouldn't want to be short.
Yeah, it's something to be interesting. I had to say too that WBA monthly chart is what stands out, and
Look at that. I mean,
it's pretty.
And look at this
It's,
trading range too.
it's pretty. I like it, and
TradingRange.com.
you can almost call that kind of like an inverse head and shoulders, right? I mean, from like
Down
let's
here,
say 2019 to right now, being creating that right shoulder.
yep.
So like an inverse head and shoulder almost look.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this one.
It's not a bad one to keep and watch for sure.
Okay.
Especially with CVS doing so great. I mean, you've seen how that's performed recently.
Yep.
All right, let's start taking some stocks from the chat. I know that some people wanted to talk about Nvidia, so let's go into that. Let's take a breather. A little breather. To tell you the truth, I got stopped out on this one today. Was taking a look at it, but it just the market really wasn't trying to go just ripping off right out the gates. It felt like now we're closing really well, but I mean, when we started off, we came back down towards the lower end of the ranges in the markets, and I think you can have a good close here if it gets above 300.
Yeah, this is a tough one because you had the nice move off the low. You got back half of the move, which we've talked about, and now you're taking a stab. I would, man, this thing is so 94.31. You know what I would wait, and because I write this stock up, with pre-market prep, I do a daily wrap every day, and I always include the top component. I love my top 11 stocks in the S&P make up like 26% of the index, right? So I always note like the top component gainer, top component loser. And it seems like Nvidia it'd be your top gainer for a day, top gainer for 2 days, top gainer for 3 days. And then it won't be there. And it'll be the biggest loser for the day. And it's just a streaky stock. So the fact that it had 4 out of 5, well, it had 4 updates in a row. This is the second down day. I think I might hold off on this one. Maybe get a couple down days, double bottom or something to lean on. That's what I'll be looking at. We just ticked 96, 47.96 earlier in the show. I mentioned the all-time high of 47.98, folks. That's the only level I got for you. We are poised for a new all-time closing high. You know how I love my closes. That was 82.25. We're good 10 points. Who knows what could happen in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was watching it right now. At least on the SPY, it rejected right off of those levels. So we'll see.
I want to ask Alice Detroit here. He just loaded Astra 500 shares. So what are you looking at? Because are you looking at a 1 minute? I mean, let's see.
Astra.
Asta.
Yeah, I mean.
ASTA.
Yeah, he went after it.
Wait. What was it? Isn't that the stock that was getting hit hard?
Yeah, that's the stock that's getting hit hard. I want
to know. I can learn something from you. I can learn something from people.
Yeah, let us know what you're seeing, man.
I see nothing on the monthlies. I mean, unless he's just thinking that, the companies come out tomorrow and say, oh, yeah, that short report was BS and, whatever. But we'll see. Just
hey, Alex, let us know.
You let us know what you're
Matt
looking
Miller
at.
is going to give us a super sticker here for $5. He wants us to check out CYTO.
CYTO. Well, is this one of these short squeezers? Or do they have Altamira Therapeutics? Big move today. When did you get the volume bump?
Let me see if there's any news on this.
You got the volume bump. This is probably short squeeze today. So the way I look at these things is,
I think we got something.
You had people loading up yesterday because you jumped to 250 to 19. So the boat is kind of loaded. And I'm going to go with a big volume, big update. So I won't try and call a top in this one. I just think that you should really, if you're trading this long term or short term, you just got to keep an eye on 240. Let's call it 240, 250. I'll call it 240. The three highs I'm looking at are 236, 238, 243. After that opens up to 333. But this is one that, they could pump it into pre-market too. So I don't want to be short, and I wouldn't be looking for a lot more on the upside until you cleared 240, 2.40.
So it looks like there was a positive update on an antiviral nasal spray. So the company has a positive update, and
good. Okay,
that's how
good
this
for
one's
them.
moving.
Moving on news.
At least moving on news, right? So let's go
there
ahead.
you go.
All right, let's take some stocks from the chart, from the chat here. Looking through, this one might be an interesting one. What about Zynga for 2022?
Zynga.
That's an interesting call.
I guess they're not getting. I guess they're not getting bought out at 15.
I mean, you got a level to lean on, right?
I mean, you're talking about that 560.
Yep.
Low. Chart looks okay. I'm going to throw out this high right here. I don't know what happened on this die, but look at all these highs right here. 660. Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom. I think this is 660. So, set a little alert, 660. That's a level. I don't know who still covers this thing, but above 660 opens up. Probably, people are dumping this thing. Ended last year. Where did we end? We ended last year at 987. You take a 33% haircut in the market S&P that's up 20%. Not my cup of tea, but keep an eye on 660. If you could clear 660, this high really doesn't bother me at 670, but 660, four highs in the same area. Set your alert for that. S&Ps, we sniffed that high at 47.98. We've turned trying to stay in a 47.90 handle heading into the close. Give me this Biogen rumor. Jay Rice has mentioned this a couple times. Who's going to buy Biogen? Who's the rumor?
I saw something like that. Let me see here. So Biogen surging 10% on the report that Samsung is in talks to buy it for $40 billion. Jeffrey's analyst Michael was bringing up, but
wait, am I missing something here? Samsung.
Yeah, you got it.
Am I missing? Is this the Samsung, like the TVs and stuff?
Yeah, like their phone, like the tech.
What the hell do they want to do with Biogen?
I guess they want to create their own like kind of health product. I don't know.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna give you.
This one's right here. This is out of left field for me. I'd stay away from health care.
chips and gene cells. I don't know. If I had this thing, is it a gift? I don't know. I will say on today, Wednesdays with Wedbush, I had on Laura Chico. She's the senior VP of equity research and biotech. You guys, you can check out the article. I made it public. She's been neutral on this for a long time. There is a possible catalyst coming on January 12th. That's when the national coverage of like benefits or something is. Wow, we're really losing some altitude here. What happened?
You hit the top of the range, man.
Yeah, you see
that's what happens
when you put your order in at 98 because you want to you get too cheap, and then they slam it
by like 1 or 2 pennies. They're like, yeah, you want to get excited about.
God, I shouldn't have put a 5 on out there. I mean, they really read now. This is why now that all-time closing high is in jeopardy. But anyways, I think January 12th is a day that there may be some positive news on this as far as because like that stuff is that the Alzheimer's drug is wildly expensive, and the insurance is also. She said some of the side effects from that drug were really hard to manage from the Alzheimer's drug. So couple things on that if you're looking at Biogen. This pop today with Samsung, I mean, that's out of left field.
All right, I do want to take a look really quickly how the SPY just rejected there off those levels, and something to think about, and something that I've been thinking more about whenever we're in these kind of choppy times. I feel like a lot of times you have to be careful for those fake breakouts. And so one thing that has been, and I learned this kind of in my CMT studies, is maybe using a little bit of a percentage filter for that breakout. So you're looking for the breakout, but then you want to see a 1% move above that level before you're getting into the stock versus just jumping in immediately on the break of that level, because right now we're seeing a lot of these kind of fake out breakout moves. And so whenever I see that, I think I'm going to lean more heavily on that next year, and it's just something that I'm trying to work on. And
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, for me, the reason I would have been willing to, step out at that level at yesterday's high is because the way the market reacted to yesterday's low, right? It's not an inside day
mhm.
because you made a new low by a couple ticks, only a 26-point range. So they can't, they tried to bust it yesterday. They tried to bust it. Who's they? I don't know. But you got to keep an eye tomorrow moving forward. 47.70 double bottom. I mean, we got no down. As far as I'm concerned, you got to play things on the long side, and it's getting a little thick up near 4,800. That's just a night. There's nothing there. There's no level there. Now you're gonna have two highs in that area, 96, 98. So potential double top. But how many times could you say potential double top in this market? What's Ford's doing?
Last one, exactly. I saw Hart CEO in the chat there. He wanted to bring up Ford here. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Ford. This is one of my favorite
Struggling.
charts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Tell you the truth,
21. That's a big level,
I
right?
I've said, like, as long as it can hold 2050, because if you look back prior, every time it tried to break out, there's a couple times where it wicks through that 2050 and then
Same
retraced
thing.
below that level. Now we're seeing it. We're breaking out past that level, coming back to that level, and a rejection off of kind of really close to that level today. I mean, you wick past it to 2045, but that's the level that I'd be watching, that 2050. If that holds, I'm still feeling good about Ford going into
What's
next year.
going on? Is there a big seller balance? Someone help me. Did I miss
Let's take a
something?
look. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure you know how usually it is. It's back and forth right now in this market.
I tell you, I used to find like the last, half hour, 45 minutes, pretty good. But I mean, some of these, I mean, today, yeah, if you would have like decided to step out and short the thing, it was a good trade. But, it's just the open. I just feel, for being a technical trader and looking at the overnight levels, that first half hour, 45 minutes, Triple D shuts things down to 10. For me, like the pre market, and the follow through the pre-market levels is important. But we are going to get a new all-time closing high, not by as much as I wanted. I took my eye off the last 4 o'clock print, but good day in the market. We'll see. Hurt scrambler. Market's in trouble. You've been listening to me too long, buddy. It was 12 points from the all-time high. That's what I love about people. Oh man,
I feel like every time I'm on at the close, it leaks into the close.
it's like,
You kind of cut me off.
don't be one of these people that as you buy stock at 40, it goes to 100, and then you don't sell it and it comes back to 80. You didn't lose $20, okay? Don't be one of those people, or I'll get Mitch to boot you out of the chat. I'm going to be the chat booter in 2022. You
Get
got
ready.
Mitch and Spencer. Well, Dennis, he doesn't pay attention to it, but I'm going to take the reins. We'll be down to like 3 people in here. No, I'm just joking. All right, Mitch. I'm glad that you hopped on here late. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Looks like we'll have some fun things to talk about.
Like
Everyone,
always.
have a good evening. I'm
Have a
out.
good one, guys. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. And if I did see some questions in the chat earlier, how do I see the boot camp now? Well, like always, definitely we can go ahead and give you the link. But unfortunately, that's what these boot camps are for. They're for live action. So you got to catch them when they're live. Now we can give you a link. You might have to pay a little bit to get that boot camp, but I'll go ahead and I'll make sure that I get it into the description and to the comments after. But that's why we tell you guys, come to the boot camps and come to our events live. Well, we give it to you for absolutely for free. I hope you guys enjoyed it. They got a lot of it out of it. I watched it. I even saw Tim Sykes on it. So you guys smash the likes. Check it out if you guys didn't. And we'll see you next time. Like always, you guys have a great night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. This market is something else, man. Just when you think we're going up, you get another kind of choppy type of day. We'll see if we're able to get that rocket that Dennis is looking for going into Thursday and Friday and into 2022. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see what happens.